We've said it before and we'll say it again. Some actors just don't get the respect they deserve. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 underrated male actors.
And they must come. For at this moment, I am the whole reason they have existed at all.
For this list, we're looking at male actors who, despite being easily recognizable, are consistently overlooked and rarely get time in the spotlight, despite proving their on-screen worth time and time again. If you don't see a name on this list you expected, be sure to check out the original video.
What? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. It's the one that was in the typewriter in the beach hut.
I know. I was there, but it's not mine.
Boys, I think we can all agree you both wrote the same book.
No, we didn't!
Number 10. Djimon Hounsou. His Guardians of the Galaxy character may have had no clue who Star-Lord was.
Who? Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw.
But audience members likely recognized his face, even if they couldn't put a name to it. This Beninese-American actor has been wowing cinemagoers across the globe since landing his first prominent role in the 1997 Spielberg historical drama, Amistad, for which he received a Golden Globe nomination.
What words did you use to persuade them?
Yours.
Since then, he's delivered scene-stealing performances in many films, including Gladiator and Blood Diamond, the latter of which earned him an Academy Award nomination in the category of Best Supporting Actor.
Where is the diamond? Do you see a diamond? Huh? You devils have taken my family, my home!
With acting chops like this, he certainly deserves a spot on the A-list. Number 9. Sharlto Copley. It's hard to believe, but this South African actor was a complete unknown before making his big screen debut as the central character in Neil Blomkamp's critically lauded sci-fi flick District 9.
You hear that? That's a popping sound that you're hearing. It's almost like a popcorn.
Having only appeared in 2 short films prior to this role, Copley earned himself a fair amount of praise. Since then, he's enjoyed a relatively successful career in the industry, continuing to collaborate with Blomkamp on films like Elysium and Chappie, as well as landing credits in action-oriented flicks such as The A-Team, Hardcore Henry, and Free Fire.
But they'll never take our freedom!
Though he shines in pretty much every movie, Copley could quickly earn himself wider acclaim with just 1 or 2 more character-driven roles. Number 8. Armie Hammer. Some have said that Hammer doesn't have that leading man X factor, but the argument could be made that he simply had really bad luck.
We would need you to build the site, write the code, and we'll provide all the...
I'm in.
What?
After playing both Winklevoss twins in David Fincher's The Social Network, he went from relatively unknown to up-and-coming Hollywood hunk. A supporting role in the J. Edgar Hoover biopic soon followed, for which he was nominated for a Screen Actors Guild Award. Unfortunately, his transition to leading man hasn't gone as smoothly. The Lone Ranger was a calamity, while The Man from U.N.C.L.E. failed to make much of an impact. Fortunately, Hammer would come firing back with one of his best performances yet in Call Me By Your Name.
I'm sick, aren't I? I wish everybody was as sick as you.
Number 7. Michael K. Williams. While you may be unfamiliar with this American actor by name, you've surely encountered his impressive body of work, which includes roles in films such as The Road, Gone Baby Gone, Inherent Vice, and 12 Years a Slave. Though his filmography is impressive, he's best known for his turn as Omar Little, arguably one of the most discussed characters in television history, on the influential HBO series The Wire.
Yeah. The cheese stands alone.
Michael K. Williams falls into a similar category as Paul Giamatti and the late Philip Seymour Hoffman in the sense that he's an actor's actor, a man who's made a career as a brilliant supporting actor, but has yet to become a conventional leading man. Number 6. Andy Serkis. In the film industry, much is subjective, but Andy Serkis is, without argument, the best in the business at what he does. Though his flesh and blood performances are consistently high caliber, his real film legacy will be the fact that he essentially created his own school of acting, with his pioneering work in motion capture performance technique.
Smeagol? No, not poor Smeagol. Smeagol hates Marty Alfred.
Andy Serkis played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Caesar in the rebooted Planet of the Apes franchise. have been numerous campaigns to get him an Oscar nomination, and it's easy to understand why. His mocap performances in non-human roles have been nothing short of astounding. Number 5. Justin Theroux.
So what you do is you just basically shout out whatever you don't like. Shout it out! Why is there war?
Handsome and charming, this American actor and screenwriter really should be appreciated for his acting talent above all else.
I wanted to hold them. And then I started to lose them. One by one.
Though he's yet to earn the widespread credit and attention he so rightfully deserves, those already in the know will tell you. Theroux is a force to be reckoned with.
Capoeira, although a beautiful form of Afro-Brazilian dance, is also a devastating form of self-defense. Let's dance, brother!
Capable of delivering performances of a comedic or dramatic nature, Theroux is a versatile man, whose talent is perhaps most obvious in The Leftovers, an HBO drama that explored life in the town of Mapleton, New York, after 2% of the world's population has suddenly and inexplicably disappeared. Number 4. Jimmy Simpson. He's one of those faces you've known for decades, but couldn't for the life of you put a name to.
Where's your brother, dude?
We just stepped out of the shower. He'll be down in a minute.
All right, listen, you guys can't go... Did you just say we?
What?
Did you just say we just stepped out of the shower?
I said he.
In fact, before his role on Westworld, you may have known him best as Liam McPoyle, his recurring creepy guest character on the series It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Despite being perhaps the most obscure actor on our list, known primarily for bit parts, Simpson consistently turns in unforgettable performances, be it as Gavin Orsay on House of Cards or as Lyle the intern on Late Show with David Letterman.
College kid? Where'd you go to school?
School of Life.
Right.
His role on Westworld is, quite frankly, long overdue. Number 3. Michael Shannon. Some actors are just so unbelievably consistent, and yet despite countless roles in indie flicks and blockbusters, never see themselves become household names.
What happened, Frank? You get cold feet? You decide you're better off here, after all?
Widely respected in the industry, Michael Shannon is the sort of actor that every film enthusiast is happy to hear being cast in a role, because it means the character is going to be done justice.
Well, gee, you should be used to it by now.
For casual cinemagoers, on the other hand, he's a familiar face, but one whose name they rarely read about, and by extension, never manage to remember.
What you got to say about this man's wife and daughter?
I don't know nothing about that. I've never seen him before in my life.
He's received numerous nominations for his roles in films such as Revolutionary Road, Nocturnal Animals, and 99 Homes, but it's high time that the public started paying more attention to. Number 2. John C. Reilly. Though his comedic abilities may have been what earned him mainstream success, embracing them has seemingly cost him credibility as a serious actor. And that's too bad, because this man is seriously talented.
You want to take it from the top?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
He will rock you. The heat will roll you.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, he turned in stellar performances in films including Boogie Nights, Magnolia, The Perfect Storm, Gangs of New York, The Aviator, and Chicago, the latter of which earned him an Academy Award nomination.
You know when folks start into saying to where the country's going to hell, I always tell them, you just look at all the hard work our fine young lads is doing down in the 5 Pints.
He was quickly becoming one of the great character actors of his age, and then he starred in Talladega Nights. Soon, John C. Reilly became synonymous with comedy first and foremost.
I like to think of Jesus like with giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band.
Funny though he may be, this actor is so much more. Can you believe that the guy who was in Step Brothers also had a role in Gangs of New York? Mind-blowing. Before we unveil our most underrated top pick, here are some more than worthy honorable mentions.
Eddie, I know you're not excited to leave DC, but you're gonna love Orlando. I've been there for 6 months setting up the restaurant, and I've grown to love it like the daughter we wished Evan had been.
We are all profoundly disappointed with this verdict. But it was clear to me and to the prosecution that this was an emotional trial.
Radical Republican autocrat, ruling by fiat and martial law, affixed his name to his heinous and illicit Emancipation Proclamation, promising it would hasten the end of the war, which yet rages on and on.
You said you liked the gift, so you wouldn't have any qualms if I ate the gift receipt and it didn't exist anymore, right, Rick? Right, Melissa?
I don't have any qualms. You can eat it if you like.
Awesome. Down the hatch. Bon appetit.
No, I don't mean like right now in a freak accident or something. I mean when we're old, like 90. I think about it all the time. Like, what will I have done that matters?
I just want to be sure that when I die, I'll be surrounded by people who love me, who I love back.
But what about when they die?
Not quite at the end yet. Almost there, though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1. Ben Foster. From humble beginnings as a teenage television actor, Ben Foster has grown into a talented, albeit criminally underrated mature performer. Though he never made the transition to heartthrob, leading man, or A-lister, this versatile thespian has worked diligently in the industry, turning in one convincing heartfelt performance after another, but rarely in blockbusters. Though he's been flying under the radar for most of his career, his resume speaks for itself.
Get to the casino, change some money like we planned. This is your plan. And it worked. Every step of the way. Trust it.
He's received numerous award nominations for his roles in films such as 3:10 to Yuma, The Messenger, and Hell or High Water.
He's one tough son of a bitch.
Why has he never gotten the attention he so rightfully deserves? Tough to say, but it's high time that changed. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.